Hello, welcome back. I should be saying welcome back to me because it's been a while. I've been MIA for about a month. First I want to say thank you to all those who stuck around with me. Usually when I disappear for a little bit, even if it's just a week or two, I lose followers. But thank you all for staying with me this time. I'm having more good days than bad days, so here I am filming again, and I'm hoping to get a lot more filming going, and then maybe September's gonna be a great month for content. This video is a fun one. This is a collaboration with Erica Conger. And we both love the band Def Leppard, and we both have the eyeshadow palette. So I was like, Erica, you want to do a little collab all about Def Leppard where we can just talk about Def Leppard and do our makeup? So she was completely on board because she's probably even a bigger fan than I am. I love me some Def Leppard, but I think she beats me. So I'm going to be using the Rock and Roll. I think they are a Revolution, like a sister brand of Revolution, and they put out a whole collection of Def Leppard. So we're going to use the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use one of the blush highlight duos, and I'm going to finally break these open. My Def Leppard, let me see if I can get it without glaring, Def Leppard makeup brushes. I'm excited. I don't have a lip that's Def Leppard. I didn't really care for what they had, but yeah, it's gonna be all about Def Leppard. If you don't know who Def Leppard is, no worries, you'll learn all about it here. And I'm gonna leave some video links to like my favorite songs so you can see their music videos if you don't know who they are, because I know I have some younger generations on here. All right, so I've already put my base on. Oh, let me talk a little bit more about Erica. Sorry, I am so out of practice. So you're gonna have to like ignore my fumbling. Erica is a very fun person to watch on YouTube. She does a lot of collaborations with some great people. She doesn't do project pans, but she does like I said, there's collabs, there's like she does like little videos of like what's come into her collection. And my favorites are the true crime videos she does once a month. She's so good at those. Like, she does her research, and I actually plan on going back and watching the ones that she's done prior to when I found her channel. All the ones I've watched so far, I'm like in awe. You would think you're watching like an actual production on TV. She does a really good job with her information, and like she puts up pictures and stuff. Like, it feels like the real deal. So if you're into that, definitely go check her out. And if you're not interested in that, still go check her out because she has a lot of makeup content. I love watching her play with indie brands because she's really like, she has a lot of indie brands on her channel, which she plays with their eyeshadows and stuff. So if you're into that, go check her out. I found her through my dear Erica Ashley. So I'm so thankful I found her, and now we are collabing again. She did the palette bingo last month with us too. So if you didn't see that, go find that on her channel. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Not really, because I'm about to talk about Def Leppard, but still. All right, I am going to crack open this baby. I have my base, my eyebrows, the bronzer, everything, but eyeshadow, highlight, and blushes. So let's crack this baby open. And what I love about this collection is that it's the Hysteria album. So like, that's the cover of Hysteria. So there's the colors. This has never been used by me. Are we surprised? No. But I'm excited. And actually, when I saw this palette, I thought I thought it was huge because from the pictures it looks really big. And when I saw Nikki Pearson using this in one of her project pans, I was like, oh my gosh, I thought that was bigger. So I was like, gotta get it. So I did. And actually everything in this collection I got like a little bit here, a little bit there, just waiting for sales. That's how I shop. So I didn't have all this at once, but I'm happy I have it now. I think I'm probably going to be using the peachy tones today. Like I want to use this shimmer up here, and then I'll probably use these. I might use this shimmer in my inner corner. I don't know. I like all these little shimmers. I'm like, I want to try them all. So I think I'm going to start with these two here, which are Forever Young and Foolin'. These are after their song titles. Yeah. I think this will be fun. And maybe even put this one underneath the lower lash. We'll just see what happens, y'all. Okay. So while I'm putting on my eyeshadow, let me break out my lovely new brushes that are Def Leppard inspired. Makes me very happy. We're gonna need, these are so cute. So they're those colors. I think you can see the Def Leppard. It says Def Leppard on the barrel there. I'm excited. Ooh, soft. Nice and soft. Okay. So, let me move things. I wrote notes so I wouldn't forget because my brain's still very scattered. Personally, I did not know about Def Leppard until the late 80s. They came out in probably like the late 70s, and they are a UK band. I was very much a MTV chick. As soon as MTV hit the airwaves, not airwaves, the tube, the big television, when back in the day they were big tubes, I was basically glued to either MTV or Disney. I know, drastic differences. But yeah, those were my channels when I was growing up. And this is not showing up at all. I'm using that Forever Young and it's not doing anything. I think I'm gonna go in with Foolin', which was the darker peachy shade, and we'll do that. So when I saw Pour Some Sugar on Me music video, I was hooked. And they played that video crazy. Like I would say every 5 videos, Pour Some Sugar on Me was back on the air. So yeah, back in the day, MTV actually played music videos, only talked about music, and that was your go-to place to hear about all your favorite music bands. That's when you actually started to see your music bands, because you know, back in the day it was just radio, and then you go see them in concert if you're lucky. I was too young to go to the concerts yet. And then you'd have like your music. There was the teen, they were not in my teen magazines, but they were in like the rock mags, and I didn't get those until much later in life. But so I didn't really know anything about them. I just saw their music videos. Once in a while they would have like them on to talk like their latest tour and all that kind of stuff. So I really only saw them through their music videos, didn't know nothing about them. And with the fact that a lot of the bands you did see on MTV were in the MTV news a lot about drugs, drinking, getting into trouble. You never heard Def Leppard getting into trouble, doing things that they shouldn't be. You just assumed they were these great guys. And to be honest, I think that's just because they were good guys. To this day, they're like good human beings, you know, and that's rare for the rock genre. So, like I said, they were from the UK. They are from the UK. I saw them for their first time on MTV with Pour Some Sugar on Me. I had an immediate crush to Steve, who was a guitarist. He's the one with the long blonde hair, and he only had no shirt on with the black like cropped jacket. He was so hot. So as soon as I had enough money from babysitting, I bought the Hysteria cassette tape and played that sucker like crazy. I absolutely like just fell in. I mean, I was already into Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith, Poison, all those guys, but when like my friends, my cousin, we were all like obsessed with Def Leppard when that video came out. So I will pop a picture of Steve up here because he was my fave. Sadly, Steve passed away in 1991, January of 1991, so my crush wasn't around very long. Because I think it was late 80s, like 87, 88, around that area when that video came out. And like I said, I didn't really know what was going on in their lives. But after Pour Some Sugar on Me came out, they would put out more music videos, and I was like loving them. Like I think Rocket was maybe the next one, or maybe it was before Pour Some Sugar on Me. But basically the Hysteria album got a lot of video play and stuff. I honestly didn't hear them on my radio station that often, surprisingly. But I lived in a small town. We didn't have like a lot of radio stations. Anyways, so that's how I came across Def Leppard. I was a fan from then on. I say that Hysteria is my favorite album, but really I love a couple of songs on the Hysteria album, but it's more of a nostalgic thing. Like, it was my first Def Leppard album, you know, so it will always be when someone asks me what's your favorite album, like Hysteria. But I actually listened to the Rock of Ages double disc greatest hits album more than anything because it's got all the greatest songs that I love on there. I actually went on to my, I still use it but don't really pay attention to it as much, last.fm, where if you play like iTunes or Spotify or something, it will keep track of all the music you listen to. So I went to see what because I know my top 2 favorite songs. I'll tell you those. Pour Some Sugar on Me and Bringing On the Heartache. Those are my 2 absolute favorite songs from them. Like, if I had to make a mixtape and I only could put 2 of each of the bands I loved, those would be the 2 songs from Def Leppard. But I wanted to get like my top 5 of what I played the most. And that's Pour Some Sugar on Me, and I'm doing these in order. Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad, Bringing On the Heartbreak, Love Bites, and Photograph. Those are like my top 5 that I listen to the most. I think I have this good enough. And I'm gonna go find those and link them down below so you guys could see the videos, watch or hear the songs, in case you don't know them very well or you only know one song from them. I'm gonna see if I can use this softer shade to blend out a little bit. These work nicely though, and this is so soft. What else? I have never seen them live, which is really a bummer. I had the chance. I forget where they were playing. I think it must have been in Orlando. But I didn't have money at the time. Now, I didn't start doing, sorry for the crazy hair. It is so frizz. I have like bobby pins and everything. But anyways, I didn't have the money at the time to go see them, and I don't really think if they've been touring, they haven't come to my area. Also, Joe, the lead singer, his voice is not what it used to be. I mean, like, you get older, you've been singing like crazy all these years, decades, your voice is not going to be the same. So I was like, well, I don't want to go now, like, if it's not going to be as good as it used to be. Like, I wish I would have been born a little sooner so I could have gone to all the 80s concerts. Like me and my bestie were just talking about the other day, like she just watched a Wham documentary thing on Netflix, and it's like, Amy, you have to watch it. Like, I've always been a George Michael fan. I liked a few of the Wham songs, but I never really paid attention to Wham, and she made me watch that. And yeah, it was, they had their day, and it was awesome. But it, like she was saying, like, man, I wish we were younger and would have been able to go to all those, like, saw Wham in concert or all these other 80 bands that we love. It's like, I was born in 77, so, and I was in a single parent home, so the television was it for me. I spent a lot of time in front of the television, so I knew all the bands, I knew all the, the television shows and all that. But I wish I could have lived it, like lived the 80s as a teenager instead of a like grade school preteen. But the 90s were great too. I got to be a teenager in the 90s. Anyways, let's see what else I should do. I don't know what I want to do. But anyways, well, they were a, I don't want to say 80s rock band because they went past the 80s. They kept going. I think it's 5 members if I remember right. They just had like hit after hit for the longest time. I want to see if they're still touring. Hold one momento. I'm going to their website. Upcoming tour. Oh yeah, they're in Japan. They'll be in Japan in November. And then Australia. But yeah, no North America. But at least they're still touring. That's awesome. Anyways, so I don't have a lot to say because like I said, like I love the music. I didn't know much about them because of the time of it. I think that was probably like 10, 15 years ago I got back into them. I think it's as soon as I got my hands on the Rock of Ages album. I had that in my car playing, like that was the only 2 CDs that were playing for the longest time, and I just fell back into it, like I just was like, oh, I just love them. You can't listen to a Def Leppard song without feeling good. Like, even if they're singing about a heartbreak, you're gonna sing along. They're all so catchy. The heavier like rock songs are, you just want to move. So that's what I love about Def Leppard. Like, I always am happy when I'm listening to Def Leppard. And I love, there's I think 2 guitarists, a bass player, the drums, and then the lead singer. Yeah. So the guitar is my goodness. Breathe, Amy. They're a guitar heavy band, and I love the guitar. Like in Bringing On the Heartbreak, the guitar in that, like, it's like ding 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 ding, like it's like I can't do it with my mouth, but and then it'll do like a whine as well to go with it. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Anyway, I'm going on and on, not doing my makeup. Apparently I can't do 2 things at once. So what do I want to do? Should I darken up the outer corner? I don't have the right brush for this, but we'll use this again. I'm going to use Burnout, this one, to deepen it up. So if you do know who Def Leppard is, did you get to see them in concert? Please tell me when and all that. Do you have a favorite song from them or a few favorite songs? Share. It's hard to do this with a fluffy brush. What else? I'm trying to think of what else to say. I bet Erica's gonna have a way better video because I think she's seen them live. I'm not sure. I know that her and her husband are big fans. I only saw them on MTV. I really wanted to do this video because I want to hear more about Def Leppard from her, and then I wanted an excuse to use my eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I never really knew anything about them other than their music. And you know what? Sometimes I wish that's the way life was now. I hate how the internet gives you way too much information and then you end up not liking makeup brands. You don't like certain actors anymore because they've done something. You don't like the musicians because they've done something. I miss the days where you really didn't have access to all this information. Call me old school, but I hate how the internet has ruined, you know, things were a lot more exciting back in the day because you had to search for stuff. I actually went to like different stores to flip through the magazines to see which magazine had the most of my favorite bands or TV stars and stuff. And then that's the ones I would buy, you know, like that kind of stuff. It was exciting. I mean, me and my cousin would sit on the floor of Walgreens in the magazine section and sit there and flip through and see which ones were the best to get, because, you know, we didn't have a lot of money, so you'd like only be able to get maybe 2 magazines, and then of course you had to go plaster all those posters on your wall. I actually would cut out like articles, interviews, and put everything of my favorites into a scrapbook. I still have some of those scrapbooks. But yeah, now it's like all on social media. People's careers are getting killed because they said something stupid. Like, we all say stupid things, but we don't get held for it because it's not on the internet. I don't know what to do, you guys. I'm thinking I'm gonna use Lady Stranger on my lid and use, I don't know if I wanna, let me swatch. Let's swatch some of these. This is Cry. Let me build that up. That's just a white. I don't want to use that. And then Hallucination. Ooh, that feels nice. I want that in my inner corner, I think. I'm still going to put that green in my inner corner. Don't want gold. Oh, there's a lavender too, but that won't go with what I have. Ooh, that's peachy pink. That's probably what I'm going to go with. Is that lavender? Ooh, some of these I just need to do full looks. Okay, so this is all the shimmers but the gold and the dark blue. I think I'm going to put this one on my lid. Maybe I'll put it all over my lid and then put the softer one in the middle and then put this on my inner corner and that on the lower lash line. I think that could be pretty and fun. So that's what we're going to do. I have no idea what I was talking about. I'm so confused. Like, my brain is not there. It's hard to jump back into filming after not doing it for, usually it's like a week and it's like, crap, I forget how to do this. It was a month. Oh, and I want to thank those of you who reached out to me, checking in on me. Y'all are so sweet. I've got great friends on this platform, and I am so thankful that I took the plunge because I was so nervous about starting a YouTube, and my first year kind of sucked. Like, I had some great people who would, you know, encourage me, so that what kept me going, but I didn't really have any friends yet. Of course, you know, friends come, you have to, you know, they're not just going to jump and get to know you right away, but I do believe this is my, is it my second year or my third year? I think it's my second year. My first year sucked. Yeah. And then this is the year where I've actually, except for last month, have been posting nonstop. So I gained a lot of great people who just talk to me in the comments. I love that. I absolutely love that. And then people who like talk to me through Messenger, on Instagram or Marco Polo, texting. And like I was telling my aunt the other day, I'm like, you know, when I'm going through these really bad, painful times, I don't want to be social. Like, I'm grumpy, I'm sad, I don't have the energy to interact. And thank you, Ruth, for, you know, when she actually reached out to me recently and it was like, don't feel like you have to respond. I know how it is when you're going through this, because she goes through it. And you don't want to talk to people. You don't have that energy. So those of you who reached out to me and were okay with me just saying like, I'm doing okay, there's good, there's bad, but not really saying much. And then still checking up on me like a week later, I'm like, that actually felt so good. And I was telling my aunt, I'm like, you know, there hasn't been a lot of people in my life that stuck around when I do have these moments where I have to like bounce and be MIA for a while, because they don't get it. And finding this community, because there's sadly so many of us going through something health-wise, that we're there for each other because we actually understand. And I am so thankful for this community for basically embracing me and not making me, not gonna cry, not making me feel guilty for having to take the time out to take care of myself. And this last one has been the worst in a very long time. And you go into dark places when you're in that place where basically all you can do is lay flat with heating pads, taking medications that basically leave you from doing anything. It just sucks, okay? It sucks. But to have people now that will stick by me and, you know, give me the support and let me know that they're out there thinking of me, caring about me, that has meant so much to me. And I hope you all know how much I care for you and love you and really appreciate your friendships. I just wanted to get that out there because I know this is all about Def Leppard and it's a collab with Erica and all that, but I needed to get that off my chest because it's my first video back. So I want to thank all of you who cared for me, and like even those who commented on my post when I was letting you know, you guys were like, take your time, do not push yourself. That meant a lot, because you know, I usually, like beginning of this year, I kept freaking out when I couldn't get makeup used or get an update done because it just wasn't working for me because of my health issues. And now I know I don't have to panic that I'm gonna lose all these followers. And like Kim told me, I'm pretty sure multiple people, but Kim tells me a lot that if they are people who like you for you, they're gonna stick around no matter whether you miss an update or you're posting every single day. If you're gone for a month, they will be there. And those are the people that I should be most like thinking about. Like if you guys will be there for me through the thick and the thin, then you're the ones I want here. So yes, I'm no longer fretting over the fact I can't always do my updates, and I want to thank you all for that. All right, now enough of the sassy, not sassy, my brain isn't working. Sappy, enough of the sappy. Okay, we are going to do Lady Strange, that guy right there, all over the lid. I hope my, oh yeah, still working. No idea where that cut off and stopped. I basically put Lady Strange on the outside and then put Cry on the inner and middle. And I was doing this side while that, all of a sudden my camera went and closed up. So, don't know how much you missed. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of Lady Strange in this part with the white. Mix them up a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. But I kind of wish that Lady Strange would have been a more orangey rather than pink. But it still looks nice. I'm gonna do some blending without adding any at the moment. I might add more, I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks good. What is going on over here? I don't think I blended out my... Yeah, well. So, like I said, if you have a favorite Def Leppard song, tell me down below. If you've seen them in concert, tell me down below. If you've never heard Def Leppard, will you go listen to the songs that I linked, or at least one of them, and let me know if you like them or not, and let me know if you have never heard of them, because I like to know. I want to know all the deets. All right, so now we are going to do the under eye. No, I have to do my concealer. I'll be back. I'm gonna do my concealer under my eyes, and then we'll do the blush, inner corner, and under eye. How about that? Be right back. Okay, I'm back. We're going to, let's do the blush first, then we'll do the under eyes. Let's see which one. We've got the VIP, which is the one I always had, and that's the pinky blush. So this is the pour some sugar on me one. We've got these. You've seen me use these because I had them in, I think, 5 uses, and I really like this one. So that's VIP, and then the other one is Backstage Pass. This is my newer one, so that's what it looks like. And this is the Let's Get Rocked. Let's get rocked. And then that's the colors. It's like a darker, like a rosy pink. And I'm thinking this is gonna be too dark, yeah. So what I'm gonna do I wanna use this one? This is my newer one, but I think this one's probably better. I don't know. Boys don't know. Let's see here. Which one looks better? I think I'm gonna mix these together and put them on my cheek. And if I feel I need highlighter, I'll use this one. How about that? We'll get both. All right, and I'm gonna use my Def Leppard blush brush. We're gonna tap, tap. Oh, I just dug right into the highlighter. Do you see that? Damn nails. Now it's all under my nails too. But anyways. It's a very fluffy brush, so that helps with pigmentation. Because these are pigmented. Because I learned that on the other one. I was like, holy crap, give me the powder. Alright, I think that's good for that side. I know, I'm wearing orangey peach colors on my eyes and putting on pink blush. But I wanted to use one of these. So that's fine. Once I'm done filming, I'll put on an orange blush to go with it, I think. Alright. I still want to use the highlighter from the other one, so I'm going to. This highlighter. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. I have not been taking care of my skin during the last month and a half, so we're gonna have to excuse that. Ignore the fact that Amy's skin looks crappy. So we've got that on. I actually really like that. Oh my goodness. Where did all that come from? Probably from my finger. Yeah, I have fallout all over my desk from that highlighter I dug into. There we go. Now we're gonna go back into the palette. I really need to clean off my desk. It's crazy. I'm gonna do the under eye first. So let's find that brush. So I'm using this little guy. We're gonna go into that Sea Love. Go right under. Well, that's fun. I haven't been wearing much underneath my eye, like on the, you know, where I'm putting the blue. I can't find my words. And I haven't been wearing an inner corner because my allergies have had my eyes so itchy. I'm blaming that damn hurricane that came through. We were really lucky. We just had tropical storm winds and rain, and we slept through it. But my Gulf Coast did not do okay. And my heart goes out to all of them. I was so thankful that none of my family lives in Fort Myers anymore. I'm thinking of putting, let's see if I can wipe this off a little. Take that one that I used on the center part of my eye and put that in the middle here. Will it show up? Not really, but I'll do it with the other side. I actually like that turquoise with the peachy orange look. Now we're going to use that hallucinate lime green in the inner corner. Now, if I was going to a concert, my eyeshadow would be way more bolder. But I'm home for the rest of the day. Just gonna do 1 or 2 more videos. We'll see how my energy goes. I am filming this on Labor Day, by the way, and you won't be seeing it till Friday. So, hope everybody had a nice long weekend. If you were lucky enough to have the day off. This is like my first year where I didn't have to work on Labor Day. I think that's everything. I just need to put my mascara on and a lip. We need to figure out a lip. And that will be it for this. Okay, this is the finished look except for lips. I guess I could zoom you in a little bit. Those are the eyes. What do we think? I'll just leave it there, I think. All right, so I decided I'm gonna use my orangey, it's called Hot Spark from ColourPop Luxe Lip Oils. And it's one of my lip products from the Lipathon project. And I didn't even bother doing any lip liner. Just couldn't be bothered. So that is it. I hope this was a good time for you. I know I was kind of all over the place, and I thought I would have more to say about Def Leppard, but then my brain just isn't working, so there's that. So if you're interested in these, you can go over to the Revolution site. I do believe they still have a couple of items, and let me know what your thoughts are on Def Leppard, your favorite songs. And again, I'm gonna put some songs, some links to the music videos so you can hear the songs and see the guys in action. I want to thank Erica for wanting to do this project with me, and I hope you all will go check her videos out. She is awesome. And yeah, I think that's everything. So I guess I will say all the things. Please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You know, all those things. Again, thank you for sticking with me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!